Okay, babe, this is me coming inside. So we got a lot of sand, ants. I don't know what the hell that stuff is there, but it's all over the front door. Okay. I'm looking up high too to make sure. Oh my gosh. All the keys fell down back over here. Okay. Well, that's not a good thing. Not sure what these keys are for. One of these windows. Try to get some airflow going in here. I don't see a lot of ant buildup anywhere. I'm looking up high too for snakes. You know me. Open that up, get some air going in here. That's good. Okay. Okay. Nothing down in there. Let's see if I see anything weird. In here, snake? Oh, misery. You see that bastard? Oh, Lord, I don't know what the hell that is, but something's been coming in here. Okay, let's just do that. Back here. Needs to be cleaned up. Yeah. Studio. Make sure ain't nothing up top. Oh. Okay. Keys on the floor. No wonder that wouldn't open. All the keys are in here. Okay. Get some flow back here too. Or do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Sorry for the camera, babe. Okay, my shorts. Okay. So far, nothing's crazy. Looks like it's been raining like crazy. Oh, that's gonna have to be replaced there because it's got holes in it from the rain, babe. And then, of course, yeah, I mean, it must have rained really good here a couple of times. Let's check out the bedroom. Nothing crazy back here. Crack this window open though. Get some air going. That's me farting. Okay. Okay, so first things first, I need to try and get the scooter going. We'll try and get the scooter going first. I can go get some fuel and I can crank up that doggone generator. So it looks like I'm gonna have to start on the inside first, babe. Oh Billy, what'd you do with your battery? Is it in the box? Not my battery. Good morning. Billy P coming to you from the Philippines. And as you can probably tell, I'm outside working. That's not water, that's sweat, which is water, I guess. And that's from being here in the Philippines, working in my yard. My wife and I have been gone for about 7 months now. And when we left, yard nice and clean. You know, the plants all well manicured and taken care of. Yard, the grass is cut. I'm going to zoom around and show you guys what it looks like now. And I'm just here, just trying to tidy up and take care of some things here at my home while my wife and daughter are still in the U.S. But it's been a minute since I dropped a blog about the Philippines, about any of my travels, so I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so stick around. Okay, guys, here we go. Day number 2, working in this yard here. Spent at it all morning, a lot to do, trying to get my water tank going and everything. I'm gonna spin around and show what I mean, okay? Only in the Philippines. This is what I'm having to clean up. As you can see, I've cut down a lot of that. The tree has just been overbearingly, just growth has just gone crazy. My wife is a big green thumb young lady, and she plants a lot of plants, as you can see. So I'm here in the Philippines trying to clean up all of this mess. And I got a lot of work to do. Just sharing it with you, bring you guys up to date as I go, okay? Y'all been here before. Chat later. So I finally decided to take a break. Trying to burn some of this old sugar cane. That's the only thing that's really dry and that I can do because it's dead. All this other stuff here is all green. So it's gonna be a few days. Gotta hope that the sun tears it up, cooks it up a little bit, make it easier. Anyway, gotta redo my wall. You guys, like I said, I've been away for about 8 months now. And that's just from not being here, you know, the upkeep. It goes all the way around the house over that way, so. I will say this, if you plan on moving to the Philippines, everything has gotta be concrete. Don't use wood because wood is purely just a waste of your money. I learned that the hard way. Termites, ants, they just eat it up. Everything that you do here should be either metal and or concrete. And I'm redoing some things here just for that whole purpose. Stay with me, okay? Talk to you soon. Here you go. Oh my gosh, what a day. I got a picture of a fence. It's raining now, so there's not too much more I can do. Just sitting in the shed, let this fire die down. Oh, tired, dude. Okay, love you. Okay, I am done for the day. I got just about all that stuff burned up there, guys. My beautiful wife showing you all my progress here. All of those plants that were along the wall there, all torn down, burned. Thank you, Lord. That's how it is done. All right, peace. Gonna go rest, shower. For you, babe. Oh, what a day. All for you, baby. Tired. It's still pretty hot there too. It's overly hot. Oh. Hard work of your husband. All me. All by myself. No Janice, no Janica, nobody. Yeah. I still got some more work to do, but it looks a lot better than it did, doesn't it? And of course I got rid of the table. I got to clean up in here at some point in time today. I'm tired, babe. Hey, good morning from the Philippines. This is Billy P coming to you guys with an updated video of what I'm doing here in the Philippines, or back here in the Philippines right now. And to kind of give you guys a little bit of more insight on what it's like to be here. If you don't mind, though, I want to give a quick shout out to all my subscribers, all my good friends that have been with me from the beginning on this journey. You know, packing up and bouncing here to the Philippines, moving all around the world, all the way around the world. And I decided to retire here in the Philippines, although I still have a home in the U.S. and in Belize. But if you don't mind, let me give a shout out to all my subscribers, my new ones, and the ones that have been here from the beginning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will never, ever take your patronage for granted. I will never take your subscriptions for granted. But if you're new here to the channel, I hope you hit that like and subscribe button and come on and join my page about all things Philippines and all things Billy P travels all around the world. Okay, so with that being said, the topic of this particular video is most of you will not make it here in the Philippines. You will not survive. And I say that with a good heart. And I say that after living and being here for the last 4 years. This place is not for everybody. Now, mind you, I just arrived here Sunday this past week. And the only reason I'm here is because our yard, you know, we did a lot of work before we left, just prepping for the U.S. We did a lot of work before we left. But we've been gone now. We've been in the U.S. for a little over 7-8 months now. And, you know, we have cameras on the house. So I'm able to see, you know, the growth of the yard, the trees, the branches, the whole nine. And I had to come back here and do some cutting, a lot of cutting, because it pretty much just overgrew. The grass that we've got on the ground is just ridiculously thick. And it's things like that you have to keep in mind when you're, I guess, going in between two locations of living, if you get married or if you have a girlfriend. You know, we've done really well here in the last 4 years. We've built onto our home. Another reason I'm here is because we're gonna add a new shed. The shed that I'm in, the one that I'm talking to you from, believe it or not, it's rotted wood. I'm gonna touch on that real quick before I forget it. When and if you decide to move to the Philippines, and you decide to build with your fiance, your wife, whatever it is, your significant other, do not build with wood, okay? Period. If you build with wood, let it be very minor things, very small things. You come here and you think the wood here, like any place else, is gonna last forever. It doesn't. And getting the best wood here is somewhat difficult. So if you do decide to come here and you decide to build, I would recommend that you build everything with metal, steel, or concrete. Those items are your best bet, and that's exactly what I've decided to do now. Our home is built of concrete. You know, we just survived Typhoon Odette back in 2021. That was the year my daughter was born. And the only reason my home stood up, or our home stood up, is because it was built out of concrete. We put some amakin on the house, and amakin it's kind of a bamboo material that you put on the house. Very pretty, you know, it's like a beachfront thing. Put that on the house, and 6 months later, it was rotted, termites. Oh my gosh, worst money I ever spent here. Never again will I do that. But to get back to the reasons why a lot of you won't survive the Philippines. Number one, I'm just gonna give you a list, and you guys, please leave me some comments, okay? Number one, the weather, heat. No joke. When I first arrived here, and you can check out some of my earlier videos, I was probably taking 4 or 5 showers a day. And those were not showers that you and I are used to back in the US. You know, you get in the shower, you cut the faucet on, and water comes out the spigot. No, these were bucket showers. And we've come a long way since then, of course. But my first couple of years here, I was taking showers with 2 buckets, you know, where the water would come on, and you were lucky to get it, and you were lucky to dash it on yourself. But of course, since then, you know, we put in, you know, some pretty good tools and maintenance as far as faucets and water goes. We've done that, so we don't have to worry about bucket showers anymore. The number 2 thing here, sleep. And you hear it right there. I don't care what day it is, what time of day it is, or when it is. You're gonna either be woken up, or you're gonna either notice that there's somebody building, nailing, knocking, tearing up something. They're doing something that creates nothing but noise, and that's part of being in the Philippines. And don't come here if you don't think that you can manage that, because it's not for everybody. You're gonna be woken up by roosters. You're gonna be woken up by kids playing, cats fighting. You're gonna be awakened by, you know, like I said, some of the guys here, they work pretty much every day. If they're not working on their houses, they're working on somebody else's houses. And I'm talking nailing, drilling, just loud, just noise. And it never stops. So make sure that if you're coming here, plan on being a part of that, especially if you're living in the provinces. Okay. The number 3 thing here is, and this may be a lot to do with where I am, but there's not a lot of places in the Philippines where you can have everything all in one. Now, I live in a province, not like a main city or anything, but I live in a province where you have, somewhat a semi-type mall, very small mall, certain types of food, Jollibees and McDonald's, which is foods that I just don't eat. I just don't even eat those things. So for guys like me, it's very difficult. And the 2 foods that I know that I can eat with safety, and this is just me, one man's opinion, is fish and chicken. They call chicken manok, and they call the fish here ishda. The pork, I'm not a big fan of. You guys know all about the pork. I'm not a fan of the pig. I just can't do it, especially here. Again, I'm just not used to the way it's prepped up or it's prepared here, so I try and stay away from stuff like that. The other thing here is you're gonna have to have a way to get around. So I'd say transportation is another big bust here. Unless you come here and buy yourself your own scooter and or car, you're pretty much you're at the disadvantage of the tricycle operators here. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that you can't go and do and pick up and buy things that you need at your home without utilizing that type of transportation or that type of scenario for whatever it is that you're trying to get and bring home. And again, these are not knocks on the Philippines. They're just things that a lot of guys come here and don't know it. You come here and you think it's going to be like the Western world, and it's not. Another thing is coming here and staying out of trouble. I pretty much keep to myself, my family. I stay out of arguments with the Filipino people, the neighborhood. You're never going to win that, and you're just never going to win that situation, because the Filipino people, I don't care if they're wrong or right, and especially if they're wrong, they're going to side with the Filipino people. That's just the way it is. Again, it's not a knock on the Philippine people. That's just the way it is. And you as a foreigner is just that. You are a foreigner. You are a guest in their country, and you're not going to win any argument or anything like that when it comes to siding with who's right and who's wrong. It's fun here. I love the Philippines. I'm only going to be here for another 2, maybe 3 weeks. My wife and daughter are in the U.S. We have a place in the U.S. And we're thankful that we were able to go through the green card visa process, doing it legally, unlike a lot of other people in our country who think that they can just come to the U.S. and just live for free. But my wife is in the U.S., my daughter's in the U.S., and they're waiting on me to come home. But I've got a lot to do. And I'm just gonna turn around and just kind of show you guys what I've been doing, and give you an idea of what it's like to own a home in the Philippines and pretty much put up with the day-to-day aspects of living here. Let me put on that list as well. Another reason I don't think a lot of you will make it here is because of the salt weather, the salt that's in the air, the Pacific Ocean. Everything here rots and or corrodes or rusts because of the air, because of the weather. Again, it's just something that you're gonna have to learn how to deal with. If you have a scooter, if you have a car, things like that, you're gonna want to make sure that you take very good care of them. Like I have a cover for my scooter, I have cover wheels for my wheels, and these are just things that I've learned over the years. You just cannot come here and expect things to be normal every time you come back to the Philippines, because it's just not going to be like that. Again, like I said, I'm just going to turn around and kind of give you guys a glimpse of my yard and the mess that I've made since I've been home, and kind of give you guys a view of the shed that I'm going to get ready. The guys are getting ready. They should be here at about 9. They're going to tear it down and we're going to build a brand new one. So I'm going to flip around here. Okay, hang on.